युहन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्। यं गुरुं हि स्वयं सत्यः प्रज्ञाभक्तिविनीतयः दीप्तिश्चाविगता नित्यं तं गुरुं प्रणमाम्यहम्। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। Verse 82. मयाध्यासाश्रयेण प्रविततमखिलं यन्मया तेन मत्स्थान्येतान्यदेषु नाहम् यदपि हि रजतं भाति शुक्तौ न रौप्ये शुक्त्यं शस्तेन भूतान्यपि मयि न वसन्तीति विश्वग्विनेताः प्राहास्मादृश्यजातम् सकलमपि मृषैवेन्द्रजालोपमीयम् हेतुः कर्मैव लोके सुखतदितरयोः एवमज्ञो विदित्वा मित्रं वा शत्रुरित्थम् व्यवहरति मृषा याज्ञवल्क्यार्थभागौ यत्कर्मैवोचतुः प्राग् जनकनृपगृहे चक्रतुस्तत्प्रशंसाम् वंशोत्तंसो यदूनाम् इति वदति न कोऽप्यत्र तिष्ठत्य कर्मा वृक्षच्छेदे कुठारः प्रभवति यदयं पाणिनोऽद्यस्तथापि प्रायोऽन्नं तृप्तिहेतुः तदपि निखिलनं कारणं भोक्तृयत्नः प्राचीनं कर्म तद्वत् विषमसमफलप्राप्तिहेतुस्तथापि स्वातन्त्र्यं नश्वरेऽस्मिन् न हि खलु घटते प्रेरकोऽस्यान्तरात्मा स्मृत्या लोके तु वर्णाश्रमविहितमदः नित्यकाम्यादिकर्म सर्वं ब्रह्मार्पणं स्यात् इति निगमगिरः सङ्गिरन्ते रम्यम् यन्नासानेत्रजिह्वा करचरणशिरश्रोत्रसन्तर्पणेन तुष्येदङ्गीव साक्षात् तरुरिव सकलो मूलसन्तर्पणेन यः प्रैत्यात्मानभिज्ञः श्रुतिविदपि तथा कर्मकृत् कर्मणोऽस्य नाशः स्यादल्पहेतो अल्पभोगात् पुनरवतरणे दुःखभोगो महीयान् आत्माभिज्ञस्य लिप्सोः अपि भवति महान् शाश्वतः सिद्धिभोगः ह्यात्मा तस्मादुपास्यः खलु तदधिगमे सर्वसौख्यान्यलिप्सोः. So we have seen up to this word lipsa. Lipsa is labdhum ichha. Labhu plus san pratyaya. There is a beautiful verse which I wanted to share with you, which is composed by Panditaraja Jagannatha. This Panditaraja Jagannatha is an extraordinarily brilliant person. Was just some 3-4 centuries before. And he has composed a few works. One of them is called Bhamini Vilasa. In that, there is an interesting verse which uses the word lipsa, and it has a very interesting message too. So I thought I'll share with you. You repeat the verse. Mritasya lipsa kripanasya ditsa. Mritasya lipsa kripanasya ditsa. I'll break it and tell you. Mritasya lipsa. Mritasya lipsa. Mritasya lipsa. Kripanasya ditsa. Kripanasya ditsa. Kripanasya ditsa. Vimargagayascha. 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 Ratisvakante. 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 Sarpasya shantihi. Sarpasya shantihi. Sarpasya shantihi. Kutilasya maitri. Kutilasya maitri. Kutilasya maitri. Vidhatrisrishtau. 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 Nahi drishtapurva. Nahi drishtapurva. Nahi drishtapurva. It has a very powerful message. The poet basically wants to convey that when you want to have true friendship, so there should not be any kutilata. Okay? So, kautilyam. See? So, any kind of perverted thinking, wicked thought, ill thoughts, etc., that should not be there. You have to be absolutely upright if you want to maintain real friendship. Okay, having something in mind, saying something, etc. This is Kautilya. Okay, so for that, he is giving a few examples. It starts with Mritasya lipsa. Kripanasya ditsa. Ditsa means dhatum ichha. So labdhum ichha lipsa, dhatum ichha ditsa. Ditsa. So he is listing a few things. Vidhatra srishtau nahi drishtapurva. Finally he says, in the creation of Brahma, till now I have never seen in my life. What are the things that you have not seen? Mritasya lipsa. Mritasya labdhum ichha. This fellow is gone. So can he ever desire for something? So Mritasya lipsa. Then he says, Kripanasya ditsa. So his own prarabdha is that he was born as a miser. Ditsa. Dhatum ichha. He never wants to give anything. Mritasya lipsa. Kripanasya ditsa. Okay? Repeat. Mritasya lipsa. Kripanasya ditsa. Mritasya lipsa. Kripanasya ditsa. Vimargagayascha ratisvakante. This is another thing. Vimargaga means this lady has gone astray. So astray means, so there is no discipline that this is the person with which I have to go, etc., etc. So those norms are not maintained by her. Vimargaga. Okay. Vimargagayaha swakante ratihi. Okay. So swakante ratihi. So that is not there. Vimargagayascha ratisvakante. Okay. Then he says, Sarpasya Shantihi Kutilasya Maitri. Sarpasya Shantihi Kutilasya Maitri. Okay. So Sarpasya Shantihi. So this is something which we have to understand in the context. So when you disturb, okay, so you disturb Sarpa. See, otherwise, it has no problem. It doesn't want to harm you. But this is one thing which I have seen also in my own experience, life experience. So with some people who have been even snake catchers. So if you perturb it, disturb it, so there will not be Shanta. Khadak. Sarpasya Shanti. Okay. So if you disturb somebody XR by, he may not shout at you. But Sarpa will not be like that. Okay. Sarpasya Shanti. Then he says Kutilasya Maitri. So the friendship will not long last. Okay. So unless you are true, okay, true to yourself and true to the other person, the friendship will not last. Kutilasya Maitri. Vidhatri srishtau nahi drishta purva. I have never seen in the creation of Brahma till now. Okay. So this is a very interesting verse. Repeat. Mritasya lipsa kripanasya ditsa vimargagayascha ratisvakante sarpasya shantihi kutilasya maitri vidhatra srishtau nahi drishta purva. Okay. So that is something which I thought I should share. So because it's a beautiful verse which involves. So let me also incidentally tell you that so those who are desirous of enjoying such beautiful messages, so you should take up this Bhamini Vilasa and read. He is an extraordinary scholar. Okay. In fact, he, Appaya Dikshita, etc. They're all great blessing for India. So amazing are their works. Okay. It is something which is unimaginable. How a person can have such profound scholarship in a variety of subjects. So for us to excel in one small thing, so we struggle all through the life. Okay, to gain some epsilon knowledge. Anyway, so this is something which we need to really appreciate. So they are all extraordinary scholars, really extraordinary scholars. So he has very beautiful messages, all very nice simple verses. Okay, in a variety of meters. This Bhamini Vilasa is one of the work that he has written. Okay, now so the verse that we studied basically is the 86th verse, wherein we find the word lipsa appearing. So what Bhagavad-pada wanted to convey was, it is this lipsa over which we need to exercise control. So there is always a lipsa, labdhum icha, more and more and more on various things. Okay. So this desire to go after things one after the other is something which has to be checked. And if it is checked, then you have swatantriyam, you are samrat. On the other hand, if you have not done that, then whatever you have achieved, so this is not going to be much helpful. So this is the message that he wanted to give. In fact, how do you control lipsa? Lipsa can be controlled only by exercising control over the mind. Okay. So any thought that springs up, we need not pursue. Okay. So we need not pursue all the thoughts that come up. We need not utter all that comes to our mind also. Okay. So there are certain disciplines which have been prescribed by the great seers. So we should keep them repeated in our own mind. Okay. So then only, so when these surface up, the other thing will come and say, hey, go down. Okay. So this is meaningless pursuit. So don't do this. So for that, we need to study these scriptures repeatedly, because the other thing will go down, this will crop up. So this should surface up and this should overpower that. Okay. So this is the Daivasura Sangrama which keeps happening in our mind. So there, this Daivi Sampat should overrule the Asuri Sampat. Okay. So otherwise, this Lipsa will take over. So that is why he is just saying, so this Alipsoho Sarvasaukyani. So that is how he ended this verse. Alipsoho Sarvasaukyani. And in fact, there is a, for Lipsa, see, it is essentially the control of mind, as I was saying. There is a beautiful Vedic passage also. Manaso vashe sarvamidam babhuva nanyasya vasho nanyasya mano vashamanviyaya bhishmo hi devas sahasahiyan. In fact, this has been beautifully brought out even in Bhagavata. Same thing. Keeping as Bhagavad Pada has taken various Vedic passages and integrated it with the Shatashloki verses. So too, this mantra, which is there in, I think it appears in Kathaka, Taittiriya Brahmana. Manaso vashe sarvamidam babhuva. Okay. Nanyasya mano vashamanviyaya. Idam sarvam manasaha vashe babhuva. Okay. By having exercised the control, by having exercised the control over our own mind, sarvam idam babhuva nanyasya vashaha nanyasya manaha vasham anviyaya. In fact, it is described as bhishmo hi devaha. Bhishmo hi devaha. This devaha here means Devaha. In fact, even today's verse, so we will see somewhere this Devaha. So there is another mantra which uses the word Devaha. Devaha has a variety of meanings. Okay. So Devaha normally we just take Indra, Chandra, okay, Agni, Varuna. So they are all considered as Devas. But Devaha is also used to refer to Indriyas. Devaha is also used to refer to Jyotiman. Okay, Rashmihi. So there are also a variety of meanings are there. Okay. So here when it is describing this Manaha, it says Bhishmo hi Devaha. I am Devaha means Manolakshanaha Devaha. Devaha here means Indriya. So we have Pancha Karmendriya, Pancha Jnanendriya, and Manas is also taken as an Indriya. So I am Devaha, Manolakshanaha Devaha, Manaswarupa. Bhishmaha. Bhishmaha means Bhayankaraha, even Yoginamapi. Okay. So Bhishmo hi devas sahasahiyan. Sahasahiyan. Sahasahiyan means, so he is having more strength than who are really highly courageous, valorous, okay, powerful, more powerful than the powerful people. Okay, so that is what Bhishmo hi devas sahasahiyan. And therefore, the one who has done is called Deva Devaha. So he is also described as Deva Devaha and so on. So this Manaha, so if time permits, I will come back to a few more verses which are beautifully described in Bhagavata. So now we will move on to the next verse. सूर्याद्यैरर्थभानं 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 न हि भवति पुनः
न हि भवति पुनः न हि भवति पुनः
केवलैर्नात्र चित्रम् केवलैर्नात्र चित्रम् केवलैर्नात्र चित्रम् सूर्यात् सूर्यप्रतीतिः सूर्यात् सूर्यप्रतीतिः सूर्यात् सूर्यप्रतीतिः न भवति सहसा
न भवति सहसा न भवति सहसा
नापि चन्द्रस्य चन्द्रात् नापि चन्द्रस्य चन्द्रात् नापि चन्द्रस्य चन्द्रात् अग्नेरग्नेश्च किन्तु
अग्नेरग्नेश्च किन्तु अग्नेरग्नेश्च किन्तु
स्फुरति रविमुखम्
स्फुरति रविमुखम् स्फुरति रविमुखम्
चक्षुषश्चित्प्रयुक्तात्
चक्षुषश्चित्प्रयुक्तात् चक्षुषश्चित्प्रयुक्तात्
आत्मज्योतिस्ततोऽयम्
आत्मज्योतिस्ततोऽयम् आत्मज्योतिस्ततोऽयम्
पुरुष इह महः
पुरुष इह महः पुरुष इह महः
देवतानां च चित्रम्
देवतानां च चित्रम् देवतानां च चित्रम्.
In the last quarter of this verse, which we rendered now, we have the phrase Devatanam cha chitram. In fact, this reminds of a famous mantra that we have in Yajurveda. I'm sure it should be there in other Vedas also. And which those who have learnt Madhyanikam properly will always definitely know. Chitram devana mudagadanekam chakshurmitrasya varunasya apradyava prithvi antariksham. So there, see, Chitram devana mudagat. So in fact we have this, see, devanancha chitram. So I will visit that once again. So in what context? So he is using that. Okay. Now, the verse commences with the statement Suryadhyairathabhanam nahi bhavati punaha kevalaihi. Up to this, there is a certain statement. Kevalaihi means independently. See, without the help of any other thing. So that is what is Kevala. Kevala means all alone. Kevalaihi Suryadhyaihi. So he is just having a few things in his mind. Kevalaihi Suryadhyaihi. So this verse lists at least 3-4 things, you see. Surya, Chandra, Agni. Okay. 3 things are there at least. So all of them are objects which present us some light, with which we are able to perceive things. Suryadhyairathabhanam nahi bhavati. So if you just leave it at that, then it could be puzzling. So with Surya and other sources of light, things do not become evident. Then for whom will it become evident? With what will it become evident? If you cannot see, there is a phrase in Tamil. You get it? Pahalliye Amavasi Ratri. There is a phrase in Tamil which they use. Even during daylight, if he cannot see, so what can he see in Amavasya night? So there is some interesting phrase. பகல்லையே இது தெரியாது ராத்திரியில் something like that. There is an interesting phrase. Anyway, Suryadhyaihi arthabhanam nahi bhavati. When you say with sun etc., this is not possible to see. But then he says kevalaihi, merely with sun. So what does it mean? It essentially says that merely when the sources of illumination are present, things need not become evident to you. Kevalaihi means, okay, Suryadhyaihi arthasya bhanam. Arthasya bhanam means prakashaha. Okay, so prakashaha here means the cognition. The cognition of the entity, the cognition of the existence of entity, the cognition of the nature of the entity, and so on. Suryadhyaihi arthabhanam nahi bhavati punaha kevalaihi. Okay. Kevalaihi punaha nahi bhavati. Okay. So then he says, Natra chitram. Natra chitram. The word chitram also has various meanings. What do you know of chitram? Picture. Chitram. Correct. Chitram also means picture. So there is a chapter which is called Chitra Deepam. Vidyaranya has written a text called Panchadashi. So there he gives Deepa, Deepa and so on as the name of the chapters. One chapter is called Chitra Deepam. Chitra Deepam is basically a nice sketch. So and so on. It's called Chitram. Okay. So this is used in the sense of figures that are drawn. So through that he tries to explain the Vedanta. When you see so many things on this screen, what exists is only paper or cloth. Okay. So through that he tries to drive in the philosophy. Anyway, so that is one meaning of Chitra. Chitra is also used to refer to a variety of colors. Okay. So Harita Kapisha Chitra Bhedat. So this is Chitra is used to refer to a variety of colors. Of course, in Chitra you use a variety of colors. So that is one meaning. The meaning that you have to take for Chitra here is Adbhutam. Okay, what is so strange? So what is so peculiar? So this is not something which should surprise you. So it is in that sense he uses Kimatra Chitram, Natra Chitram. What is there to? Why does he use this phrase to be surprised here? So there is nothing. So this is because it is evident to you. Okay. So it is evident to you, and therefore he is saying Natra Chitram. There is nothing which is to be surprising here for you. Why? Because I sit in the class, nothing gets into my ear.
No, sir.
No surprise. Okay. So because some other agency has to be coordinating. So the coordination of some other agency is extremely important. Otherwise, so you just see, so you need not necessarily see. Okay. That is what I think we saw right at the beginning. Atmam bodhestarangosmyaham iti gamane bhavayannasanasthaha. I think one of the 4th or 5th verse, I think we saw that. So here it says gamane. So Atmam bodhestarangosmyaham iti. If the bhavana is elsewhere, then none of them need to enter your eyes. So none of them need to enter your ears. So that is what is being said. Natra Chitram. So merely by the presence of light. So in fact, many times it happens. No? So you just go and keep on searching something. So light is there, everything is there. your idea to trace is also there, but you may not get. Okay, so your eyesight may also fall there. Then also there are various things. Okay, natra chitram. Then he says, Suryahat surya pratitihi na bhavati sahasa. What is Suryat surya pratitihi? Suryasya pratitihi surya pratitihi. Okay. Pratitihi means jnana. Suryat surya pratitihi na bhavati. So this has to be carefully understood. Okay. If you do not know the existence of sun through sun, then by what will you know? Understand? Suryat surya pratitihi na bhavati means, so you have to little carefully understand this phrase. So later also he says, Chandrasya chandrat pratitihi na bhavati, Agnescha agnehe pratitihi na bhavati. One after the other, he is just listing the sources of light. So what it means is, even for you to know the existence of sun, so we are not talking about some blind fellow, okay, born blind, etc. So it is just for every fellow. Suryahat surya pratitihi. By the mere existence of sun, its existence is not known. Okay, so Suryat suryasya pratitihi na bhavati. So only when you think of, suppose you are completely engaged in some activity, do you know whether the sun shines or not? You will not know. You may not know anything. So it is the coordination. So, Atma manasa sanyujyate, manaha indriyena, indriyam arthena. So these three coordination has to be there. So without this coordination, so nothing will be evident to you. So therefore he is saying, Suryahat surya pratitihi nahi bhavati na bhavati sahasa napi chandrasya chandrat. So Chandra, it is all the more evident anyway. So Chandrasya chandrat pratitihi na bhavati. Okay. So pratitihi na bhavati. Chandrasya pratitihi. So this Shashti Vibhakti, so here is used to refer to Vishaya Vishayi Sambandha. Generally it refers to some sort of a relation. Okay. So pratitihi, so is Vishayi. So this Vishaya Vishayi Sambandha. Anyway, Sandraha Chandrasya Chandrat Pratitihi na bhavati. Okay. Then he uses the example of Agni. Agni Ragnescha. So there once again you have to supply Pratitihi na bhavati. Agne Ragnescha Pratitihi. Okay. So directly means without the coordination from other being. So this is what we need to understand. Okay. Agne Ragnescha Pratitihi na bhavati. But it happens when. So that is what he is saying in the later part of third quarter. Kintu sphurati ravimukham chakshushachit prayuktat. See, chit prayuktat chakshushaha. Kintu means but. Okay. On their own, they don't have the capacity to make themselves evident to you, unless you prepare yourself for them to be evident to you. Okay, so this is what you understand. Okay, any amount of Shastra, how will it help? You have to prepare yourself. to gain from it. Then only it will be helpful. In fact, I remember a few years back, it just happened. Somebody made a request through my friend. Okay, so he is my friend, so please consider. And I said, what? So he said, my friend has admitted his son in one of the universities in US. He has come back here for a month, 1.5 months. So in the meantime, so I want your help in trying to make him understand some mathematics. So this is what was the request. Then I said, why? I mean, after all, he is doing some course, some bachelor's degree there. But then later, the other friend said, so the admission was obtained by paying money, not by qualification. Understand? There are some paid seats are also available. So through that, this fellow has got. Said, my question was naive. After all, if he has got selected there, I think he should be reasonably good enough fellow. No, then he explained to me that is not the case. So this is all. Then I said, what is his father doing? So he is a big diamond merchant in Surat and so on. So his son definitely wanted to go to US, therefore he admitted. So now he is having a lot of problems. So please train him and so on. So then I understood, okay, that anybody who goes abroad does not mean this fellow is equipped fellow. Okay, there could be some bhranti. So then I realized it a decade ago, 15 years ago, something like that. Okay. Earlier I myself had a bhranti, so people go there, study and come back. So this was all some Brahmaka was there. So that Brahma was completely. So when I saw that fellow particularly, so when he came to IIT and took a few classes, then I told him I am not capable of teaching. Okay, so this really happened. So why I am saying is you have to equip yourself. So it doesn't matter where you are. So you have to really equip. The environment does not help you, but you have to equip yourself to receive from the environment. So this therefore chit prayuktat chakshushaha ravi mukham sphurati. So ravi mukham here means the sun, etc. He listed 3 things. So the existence of. Why is he choosing these objects? Because the existence of other objects depend upon the light that is being emanated by these objects. Okay, so you need sun, you need moon, or you need some other lamp. So that is what is meant by Agnehi. So that is why, but these lighting objects, illuminating objects, by themselves do not require one more illuminating object to show their existence. So therefore, he is choosing only those objects which do not require any other illuminating agent to show their presence. Okay. So therefore, he chooses all this. But even these objects, the existence of them will not be recognized by you unless there is a coordination between the instrument which can catch these objects, the mind and the Atma. So that is why chit prayuktat chakshushaha. So this chit does not directly do the prerana. It does the prerana through buddhi. And buddhi so integrates with the organs. And the organs then receive some signals and you get the cognition. So that is the idea. So kintu sphurati ravimukham chakshushaha chit prayuktat atmajyotihi tataha. Therefore he says tataha. Tataha means therefore. Okay, what therefore? Tataha atmajyotihi. So what is responsible for all this is Atmanaha Jyotihi. Okay. So Atma Jyotihi Tataha. So that is what is making all things evident to you. So then he goes on further, he says, Ayam Purushaha Iha Maho Devatanancha Chitram. Ayam Iha Purushaha Devatanancha Chitram. Okay, so Devatanancha Chitram. So this part of the verse has a direct connection with the Vedic passage. So what is the Vedic passage? I was just trying to tell you. Chitram Devanam Udagat Purastat Chakshuramitrasya Varunaschagne Apradyava Prithvi Antariksham. Up to this. Okay. So here it says Chitram Devanam Udagat Purastat. In fact, it occurs both in Samhita and Brahmana. So what I am quoting here is this Brahmana Vakya. Chitram Devanam Udagat Purastat. Udagat means, so he just came up, he rose up. Okay. He uses the word Chitram and then Devana also you see. Devanancha Chitram. Chitram Devanam Udagat Purastat Chakshurmitrasya Varunasyagne. Basically, it is a description of the Surya Mandala and the activity that takes place because of his rising and so on and so forth. And it is basically trying to glorify the various things that we receive through the presence of sun. Okay, so sun as a devata, sun as a mandala which provides light. So all of them are captured here. So Chitram Devanam Udagat. So here Devanam Chitram. So this is, there are commentaries for this mantra written by various acharyas like Bhatta Bhaskara, Sayana. And in different places we find different interpretations also depending on what is required. In one place you will see this word Devanam Chitram. So this Deva, as I told you, so it comes from Deep, shining and so on. And therefore in one place it is described as Rashmayaha. Okay, so Devanam Chitram means, so this Rashminam Chitram. So that is how even the light of the sun presents to us. So when it comes up, it will look like a red ball. So and then, so you will see some variety of shades. So and then when he comes a little later, okay, so you will see some other color. So turning into yellow and then becoming brilliant white and so on. Okay, so this happens. And this Chitram you will see, so particularly I remember there is one Igasu Falls, Igasu Falls, there is one in Rio. Igasu Falls, right? There is something like that. So there you will see, so rainbow is something which is evident because the water splashes. All the time you will see beautiful rainbow. Okay, so it is somewhere in the border of Argentina. Iguazu. What is that? Iguazu. Igasu. Oh, okay. Anyway, so this Chitram Devanam Udagat means, so this light presents itself in multivarious colors. So that is what is described as Chitram Devanam. So this is one kind of a Vyakhyan. Then it says Chakshur Mitrasya Varunasyagne. So Chakshuhu Mitrasya Varunasya Agnehe means, so he is the source of light even for all these devatas. Okay. Mitrasya Varunasya Agnehe Chakshuhu. Chakshuhu means, in fact, in some of these mantras, we find, so these are all some metaphorical usages and descriptions. Okay. So Chakshuhu means, in fact, in Aitareya Upanishad we have Adityas Chakshushi Bhutva Akshini Pravishat. Adityaha, see, Akshini Pravishat. So this Devata for Chakshuhu is taken to be Aditya. Okay, so that is the idea. So therefore, Chakshurmitrasya Varunasya Agnehe Apradyava Prithvi Antariksham. Apradyava Prithvi Antariksham. Okay, so there are three words which are listed here. Okay, Dyauhu, Prithvi, Antariksham. In between three. So he is just moving through. Okay, so the space, and thereby illuminating, okay, through his rays. Okay, so that is what is the phrase means. So apradyava prithvi antariksham. So this is basically a description of this Surya Atma Jagatastasthusascha. That is how the mantra ends. This part is all evident to us today because everyone is after solar energy. See, Surya Atma Jagataha Tasthusascha. So Jagataha means those which are in motion. Okay, Jangama. So, in fact, Jagat itself means something which is continuously in motion. So today we all know, okay, those who have done little bit of physics, we know that there is nothing which is stationary in the universe. Okay, everything is moving. Okay. So Jagataha, and within this moving things, there are so many moving things, and there are so many stationary things. Okay, Jagatas tasthusha. Tasthusha means those which are stationary. So what is being stated here is whether it is a moving entity or a stationary entity, Sun is the Atma. Okay, so Sun is the Atma. So this is something which is very clear and evident to us. Anyway, so this is a description that we find here. Why is Acharya bringing this here? So this statement that we find towards the end of the verse, he says, Iha ayam purushaha mahaha devatanancha chitram. Devatanancha mahaha iti chitram. Understand? So that this chitram is once again adbhutam here. Okay. So keeping this mantra in mind, wherein you find the description of Aditya, you find the description of Aditya in this mantra. And how is he described? He is described as the Chakshus for all the Devatas whom you keep praying for various benefits. Okay. So Suryaha Atma Jagataha Tasthusascha Nakevalam Tat. Okay, which you know. Okay, with your understanding. But he is also the important source by which even the Devatas can see. So Devatanancha Mahaha means he is the Prakashaka Jyotihi for even the Devatas. Okay. So Devatanancha Mahaha. So this Aditya, now you see this Purushaha. So this Surya Pratitihi na bhavati. And therefore he is saying even this Purusha, okay, this Aditya Purusha becomes evident only because of Atma Jyotihi. Okay? So it is only this Atma Jyotihi which is Mahiyan. So this is what is surprising. Okay. Now we should definitely read this verse. Okay. So this is connected with what we call as Ekashloki. Okay? I'll chant the verse for you. Kim Jyotistava Bhanuman
Kim Jyotistava Bhanuman Kim Jyotistava Bhanuman
Ahanime
Ahanime
Ratrau Pradeepadikam
Ratrau Pradeepadikam
Ratrau Pradeepadikam Syadevam Ravideepadarshana vidhau Syadevam Ravideepadarshana vidhau Darsana vidhau Kim Jyotirakyahi me Kim Jyotirakyahi me Chakshustasya Nimilanadi Samaye Chakshustasya Nimilanadi Samaye Kindhir Dhiyo Darshane Kim tatraham Ato bhavan paramakam Jyotistadasmi Prabho This is called Ekashloki. Okay? So Ekashloki means that which possesses one shloka. That which possesses means? A text. So what you have learnt now is one complete text. Okay, by learning one verse. Okay, so this is a very beautiful verse. So very closely connected with the content of this verse. Okay, this is called Ekashloki of Bhagavad Pada. There are 5 questions here basically. So he asks, Kinjyotihi. So what is the light by which you see? Immediately he said, Bhanuman. What is Bhanuman? Sun. Bhanuhu. Bhanuhu is also sun. Bhanuman is also sun. So Bha, if you see the word Bha and Bhanu, both of them have the meaning Rashmi. Okay. So rays. So Deeptihi, Rashmihi. Okay, illumination. So that is the meaning. So Bhanuman means the one who possesses, okay, brilliant rays. So that is how the word Bhanuman happens. Okay. Sometimes Bhanuhu also refers to Surya. Kinjyotistava. For that this fellow answered, Bhanuman, when Ahanime, during the day. Then he says, Ratrau Pradeepadikam. On the other hand, during night, so the source of light is Pradeepadikam, lamp, etc. Okay. Ratrau Pradeepadikam Syat. So this is what will be the source of light for me. Then he asked this question. Second question is, Ravideepa Darshana Vidhau. Okay. These objects made you see other things. Okay. Ravideepa Darshana Vidhau Kinjyotihi. In order to know the existence of light, what is the Jyoti? Okay. Ravideepa Darshana Vidhau Kim Jyotihi. What made you see? Akhyahi me means may you tell me. Jyotirakhyahi me. So the answer that he gives is Chakshuhu. This is the answer. Ravideepa darshana vidho kinjyotirakhyāhi me. What made the source of light evident to you? Chakshuhu. That is the answer. When you close that, tasya nimilanadi samaye. Okay. So when you close your eyes, then also you see a world. So who created that world? Okay. Tasya nimilanadi samaye kim jyotihi. Then this fellow said dhihi. Dhihi means buddhi. Okay. Buddhi created. Okay. So this is the third question and answer. Ravideepa darshana vidau kinjyotihi chakshuhu tasya nimilanadi samaye. Okay, kim dhihi. Now dhiyo darshane. So you yourself observe the activity of your own buddhi. So who made you see that? Okay, dhiyo darshane kim. That is the next question. Then this fellow said, I. Aham. Okay, I am the light. Because I am seeing. Okay. Ravideepa darshana vidhau. So you can say chakshuhu and so on. Whether you close your eyes or you open your eyes. Okay. So the activity of the mind, who witnesses? Kim jyotihi tatraham aham. This fellow said. Okay. This is the fourth question and answer. So then he says, see, Ato bhavan paramakam jyotihi. So then, isn't it that you are the most important being? Okay. Paramakam jyotihi means supreme light. Ato bhavan paramakam jyotihi. Then this fellow says, now I have understood. Tadasmi Prabho. Hey Prabho. Correct. That is correct. So I am Nipti Swarupa. But I need to understand. Tadasmi Prabho. So you are Nipti Swarupa, that primordial being. That is what is the essence of Vedanta. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. I am Atma Chidananda Rupaha. Okay, Swaprakashaha. Okay. So these are being stated in various ways. So Prajnanam Brahma. That is what Aitareya will say. Okay. So let us read this verse. So this verse ultimately tries to convey what is being conveyed here in this Ekashloki. Okay. So the ultimate Jyotihi is Atman. Okay. Jyotis Tadasmi Prabho. Let us read this verse and then this verse. Okay. Kinjyotis Tava Bhanuvana Hanime Ratro Pradipādikam Syadevam Ravideepa Darshana Vidho Kinjyotirakhyāhi me Chakshustasya nimilanadi samaye kim dhiyo darshane kim tatrahamato bhavan paramakam jyotis tadasmi prabho. See, that you are able to perceive the activities of your mind is very evident. But what is not evident to us is, how do I make my mind perceive these things and not other things? That is not something which is evident to you. And these acharyas essentially try to help you out by saying, by these practices you will be able to ignite your mind and channelize its activity in such a way that there is a certain harmony which is enjoyed by you. there is a certain harmony which can be enjoyed by others who are with you. So that harmonious life is something which is brought out by certain way of disciplining the mind. So through this, okay. So that is where these scriptures play a major role. Okay. Now let us read this. Suryadyairathabhanam nahi bhavati punaha kevalairnatra chitram. So what I wanted to convey was the first quarter, that example which suddenly came to my mind was just by being somewhere, okay, so you are not equipped to gain all that is being shared there. So you have to basically train yourself. Patra. See, there is a phrase in Tamil, I don't know in other languages. So they say, so please come and participate in this puja, and thereby they will say, Anugrahathukku patramagumbadi kettukkolgirom. Is what they will say. In Tamil, there is a phrase. So, Anugrahathukku patramagumbadi kettukkolgirom. So we pray you that may you become the vessel for receiving the anugraha. So my father once made a joke. So this was, we live in a house where some water will come. Okay, water will come and fall at the central courtyard. So there was a period when we had a lot of water scarcity. The vessel was also there. But this fellow had inverted the vessel. Water did not collect. So you have to turn the vessel, then only water will collect. You understand? So which means you have to equip yourself. Doesn't matter whether you enter into the portals of IIT or go to Stanford. Suryadhyahi rathabhanam nahi bhavati punah kevalairnatra chitram Suryat surya praditihi na bhavati sahasa napi chandrasya chandrat agneragnescha kintu sphuratiravimukam chakshushaschitprayuktat atmajyotistatoyam purushayhamaho devatanancha chitram. Om sarve sukhina santu sarve santu niramayaha sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om